Yeah,
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Duff Pick'em All Stars. I am the Orange Peanut. That's the Grody Gloater. That's the Commish. And that's Ice House over here. We are the Duff Pick'em All Stars here to give you fantasy football advice, pick'em advice, gambling advice, things to satiate all your water cooler office hours on your breaks kind of discussions, beat your neighbor, win a gambling bet with something going on with it there. But yeah, we got a YouTube video, a couple of subscribers. If you like what we're doing, hey, let us know in the comments below. But let's who cares about all that? Let's get into what happened with last week's pick'em for the week. Commish, what happened last week?
bunch of stuff. Weird stuff. Doesn't make sense stuff.
Yeah.
Um, all right. So last week, Tommy led the week with 52 points, followed by Stan with 38, me with 36, John with 35, Eric with 25, Boss with 24, and Grody with 22. Three picks right on that one. So both of you, actually. Eric got four
Oof.
picks right.
Good job, boss. Proud of
John,
you.
John got six. I got two, four, five. Yeah, the one for me last week that I was gonna change because going into the night game, the difference that I was at, I was gonna change my Arizona to New England, and I did not because I had 13 points on the game, and I'm kind of bummed I didn't. I also didn't expect Kyler Murray to get injured in the game, and then New England to run away with it.
There were so many
Let's see.
injuries in that game. Like, there were so many injuries.
There were eight underdogs for the win last week, and there were wrong tab. Let's see, two, four, five favorites. So on the season, that puts 43% of the favorites are the correct pick, 53% of the underdogs, and 3% pushes. Um,
Interesting.
let's see. We all got Cincinnati right. We all got Seattle wrong.
Yeah.
John, you were the only one that got Denver right. I was the only one that got the Rams right. Uh, don't think there was anybody else that got one wrong and screwed us out of a perfect pick. Nope, that's it. Pretty much a couple of twos here and there, but otherwise, fairly standard week. On the overview for that, we've got Grody in the lead with 880 points, followed further behind by me with 780, followed by Stan with 775, followed by John with 768, followed by Tommy with 739, followed by Boss with 706, and Eric is bringing up the rear 100 points later with 606.
Holy cow. Eric, nice try. Participation trophy for you as well. Well,
He did miss a week, and I don't think that 100 points was gonna, happen in that week.
he did. Did he have a strategy? No. It looks like he actually tried to make picks. You see what happens when you try, Eric? Just do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 next time. Same combination on my luggage. But I know Sippy Cup, we miss you. Thank you so much for working hard for the train industry. One of these days after you go on strike, please show up here. You please keep going. Just keep forgetting about a pick. That's hysterical with it. Skins, hope you're feeling better. You and Cooper, hope you're both feeling better. So de facto winner for this week goes to the commish. Raise your glasses up to the commish here. Excellent job last week. Hmm. Tell us again, like, so you were saying that the Arizona New England game was a game that, like, you wished you would have changed your decision on. Or were there any other ones that surprised you?
So that one wasn't necessarily like a one I look at and think, oh, I wish I would have changed that. That was one that was just based on the closeness of the points. I wasn't sure what everybody had picked or what everybody was picking, or if anybody else had looked at that and said, "Oh well, I could win the week if I just change my pick." Um, that's all I was looking at. I wouldn't have guessed that Tommy was going to have New England, but I was within striking distance of him, and I looking at it, knowing what your points are on the game because it's the last game, knowing that Stan had 10, even if he and I both had New England, I'd have jumped him by 1 point because I had three more. So
Yeah.
I was looking at it like, well, like I should have just changed it. No, the only game I really wish I would have changed on the week is when Detroit went up to a 2.5 point spread. I really wish I would have changed it to Detroit.
Yeah.
That's the only one I was like, I should have just taken the chance. Said, screw it, let's go. So that is the only one that I really wish I would have changed.
Yeah. Yeah. Grody, what about you? Anything else that surprised you?
So the thing that surprised me was one of the reasons why last week I picked Tampa Bay was because Tom Brady in his career was 6-0 against quarterbacks making their first start.
Oh.
Yeah. So some people are like kind of like, ooh, lost. But yeah, he lost to a really good team. San Francisco was crazy. But the thing that I wanted to bring up, that's the reason to bring up the Tom Brady game. I know you guys don't like. There's a lot of reports out there about him going back to the Patriots. Then there's also reports out there that they think he might join the San Francisco 49ers. And today at work, when one of the guys was talking about it, I brought up the fact that when he made his switch to Tampa Bay, before he did, there was a team he contacted, and he said, "You're really going to stick with that motherfucker or that asshole?" I think he said. And they've kind of
Francisco.
No. There's a lot of people out there who think it was the Raiders because John Gruden decided to stick with Derek Carr. And they're like, "You're going to stick with that guy?"
Yeah.
So John Gruden's out. Josh McDaniels is in. Tom Brady's not going to the 49ers and the Patriots. I think he's going to go join the Raiders. Think about it. You got Josh Jacobs, you got Devontae Adams, Darren Waller, and your offensive coordinator from the Patriots, who was Josh McDaniels, who will do everything you want to do. Like, the thought of him leaving the Bucs and going to the Raiders, I think, is the biggest possibility because you have a team that's got an offense, they've got a defense, they're already plummeting this year, so they're going to add more with draft picks. So I really think it's a possibility to see Tom Brady as a Raider next year.
That's an interesting possibility with that. I tell you, one game and something you mentioned earlier in our league pick'em, which, by the way, if you're on our YouTube channel, there's other channels where we're just kind of doing our kind of warm-ups and recording our own like kind of personal league. See the silly decisions that I make. They make intelligent decisions. Like, see what I do with it there. I don't belong in the playoffs. Well, I kind of do. I traded my team away to get into there. This is probably the only reason I'm there. The game that Grody, I'm going to ask Grody to talk a little bit about was the Houston-Dallas game, because I was watching that. I'm like, why is Houston ahead like for like the entire game? Why is this happening? And Grody, what did you say earlier?
Yeah, Lovie Smith knows Mike McCarthy's offense. He knows how to slow it down.
We didn't even think about that. Didn't even think about that there. Like just unbelievable that is even like kind of a thing with that there. Like wouldn't have even crossed my mind. Ice House. Anything from last week for you?
Just going back to Grody's thing. If they did get rid of Derek Carr, they'd have to pay him $25 million and have a $5.6 million dead cap. It might be kind of tough to pull off.
They could probably do like a sign and trade where like the Bucks sign Tom Brady to like a 1-year deal and then trade for Derek Carr.
Maybe swap Carr. Okay, I can see that happening. But after that, it's his cap hit is insane. So
Yeah.
never work beyond. They'd have to pull it off next year.
Yeah.
Sure. So with Brady getting older as he is, it's like you probably only want 1 year anyway.
Yeah.
True. Yeah, that's true. So let's dive in.
It would be intriguing.
Yeah, let's dive into the week here a little bit. Kamish won the week. He has chosen to pick 2 games out of respect for one of our compadres who is not here. He has chosen to talk about the New York Giants football team going up against the Washington football team. Kamish, what do you say? What do you know?
Well, I mean, I'm glad that I did decide to pick these 2 wonderful teams, these NFC East juggernauts with their tie the last time these 2 idiots played each other. Which, I mean, it happens, but also like it's pretty weak. So on their lifetime, New York leads the series 105-71. And by the way, this most recent tie is not their first, it's not their second, it's not their third, it's not their fourth, it's their 5th time they've tied.
Jeez.
The last one came prior to this. When did they tie last? 2003. Nope, that's overtime. I'm sorry. Here's the tie. 1997. They tied 7-7. You losers.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean, 20-20. Hey, I'll give them. They at least scored points.
Wow.
On the season, the New York Giants rank 27th in offensive passing, 6th in rushing, and overall total yards per game, 23rd. Washington's passing is 22nd, rushing 14th, overall total yards per game, 20th. So, I mean, they're not exactly lighting it up, especially when the difference between 20th and 23rd is 3.1 yards per game, from 350.1 to 347. But their last meeting is really what stands out. I assume that neither one of them is particularly happy about that outcome, albeit it gives them a tie in their division, a division that they're not going to win. Philly or Dallas is going to win that division by far and away. I'd love to see them both make the playoffs. I think that would be fascinating to have all four teams out of one division go. Unfortunately, one of them is going to have to. Well, maybe not. Maybe they won't lose this week. Maybe it's another tie, which will only help their playoff chances because it gives them a stronger win percentage over anybody else. As of right now, Seattle at 7-6 is 538, and their win percentage is 577. So points for, points against, -3 to -33, Washington and to New York. That is, again, divisional matchup where New York has not beaten a divisional opponent all season. Washington has beat one. I don't know. Did they?
Was
No,
the
they
Eagles.
didn't. Oh, they beat Philly. Yeah, that's right. They surprised everybody and beat Philly. That's correct. It is. Oh, I didn't bring that up. Damn it. Come on. Here it is. It was not originally the Sunday night game. Thank God we don't have to watch Green Bay, or not Green Bay, I'm sorry, Las Vegas against New England. So we will be able to watch this. It is in Washington, not that it's that far away from New York, but on the season, uh, Washington's 3-3 at home, and New York is 3-2 on the road. So slight edge to New York in that regards. It's a 4.5 point spread favoring Washington. Percentage wise, it's kind of panning out to be an even pick in terms of pick distribution. I myself, you know what? I'm going to take the Washington. I'm sorry, not Washington. I'm going to take the New York Football Giants,
New York Football
and for a
Giants.
grand total of some points. I haven't divvied them up yet because there's so many games. Holy shit!
Yeah, there's
Some
16
points.
games for the rest of the year.
Well, no, it's not. It's not that there's 16 games. It's that there's two zero spread games. There's a 1, a 2.5, and then a 3, 3.5, 4, 4,
Oh yeah, gosh,
3.5.
there's a lot
Fuck,
all
I
caught
gotta.
together. This one's probably
Well, there's
pretty
like
high
a
up
lot
there.
of. There's a lot of low spreads. Oh yeah, it's definitely high up there. But if I work backwards, it'll be easier to get to it.
Mm.
9,
The commission's system, which has been consistent since I've practically known him. So this is a system that has never needed a revision, like at all. And Grody's system is similar in some ways with that. So if you want to identify with a logical system, Grody and the commish. If you want a system that's run by two cats and a laser pointer, look at
Buddy,
Ice
let's
House.
get it.
Look at Ice
right,
House.
I got
That's good for you.
I got six points on those New York Football Giants. I think with the tie last time, they're either going to win this game or they're going to lose it close.
Ah, I got you there. I will go the opposite way. I'm going to put 6 points on the Commanders with that. I do agree with everything that you say, but I think more so than anything, this could really just kind of go in either direction with these two teams. I love you losers. That's so funny with that. Ice House, what do you got?
Division games generally do the closer than non-division games. I'm going to take 9 on the Giants.
9 on the
I think they can
Giants.
keep it close, maybe even win. But
Interesting.
4.5 is I'm fine with the Giants.
All right there. Yeah. And Grody, what do you got?
Last time it was a 2.5 point spread that favored the Commanders, and I picked them thinking they could have won by 3, and they didn't. So the Giants were the right pick last time. I think they are this time. Notable fact: the Bears actually lead all-time record for the most ties with 42. Then it's the
42
Cardinals.
ties.
Yeah.
Wow.
Then it's the Cardinals with 41, the Packers with 38, and the Lions and the Giants tied at 34, and right behind them, the Commanders at 29. And the Eagles at 27. So
Yeah, a lot of the older teams with that one there. No, that's interesting. Oh, interesting. It is interesting. Yeah,
we got 5 points on the G-Men.
5 points on the G-Men with that. Excellent. All right, moving down my list here comes to me for some short information about the Jets in Detroit. Teams are tied 7-7 apiece since meeting in 1972. Detroit is not only got the third most amount of touchdowns that have been scored rushing, but also the fifth most amount of touchdowns scored passing. They are a point-producing team. Meanwhile, the Jets are in the top 5 in both sacks, interceptions, and points returned for touchdowns. So you are talking about a great offense against a great defense. And on the opposite side, you have a horrible offense on Detroit against a confused offense on the Jets. Mike White, game of his, I don't know if the guy's stupid or if he's just, I don't know what it was, but he went out 3 times in one game. He's in the hospital with 2 sets of bruised ribs, perhaps a broken rib. Not known if whether or not he's going to play within the next game or not. A lot of people are heralding him as like, oh, you're fantastic, dude. If you busted a rib, take a freaking break for a second. I don't know. Interesting note. Jared Goff was originally drafted by the Rams. For 2 points, what round was he drafted in? Which round?
Second?
Which round was Jared Goff drafted in?
Second round.
Wait, what'd you say,
It was the
Commish?
4th round.
Fourth
Not
round.
not a 4th round, not a 4th round, not a 2nd round.
Joe already said the third first.
Oh, he said it's not the 3rd round.
Yep.
Seventh.
It's first.
10th round.
First.
Drafted.
He was drafted first
Undrafted
overall.
free agent.
Yeah. He was drafted first overall by the Rams. He is one of 2 quarterbacks drafted by the Rams, first overall pick of the first round. For 8 points, can you name the other quarterback that played for the Rams when they were in St. Louis, also drafted first overall in the first round?
Sam Bradford.
Yep, Sam Bradford is it with that. Drafted first overall in the first round with that one there. Make a whole bunch of points with that. All right, so that's just a little bit of... Detroit's got a 62%.
Ask the question faster, or why don't you wait till he's done with the question before you're an asshole?
No,
Sorry, I already knew it.
no, that's fair. That's fair. So you got Detroit. 62% of people are going for Detroit. With about 6 points between the two of the teams with it there. Man, this is an even pick, so going to be a lot of points being put to this. I am hoping for a nice stalwart Jets defense to hold the game at home. So I'm kind of hoping for a little bit of some home team advantage. I'm going to go Dollar Yo on the Jets for this one here. Icehouse, your thoughts?
Let's see. Let me check DraftKings. I mean, it seems like it's a pick 'em right now at 0. So
Yeah, it's because of the whole.
DraftKings has Lions +1, so whatever that's worth. It does 1 point doesn't buy
Worth 1 point.
No, so to me, it's still a pick 'em. I don't know. I gotta go with the Jets, but for like 2.
2
I
points.
like it.
Points on the drops a deuce on the Jets. Commish.
I'll take 2 on Detroit. I don't know.
Oh, 2 on Detroit. Okay.
The game is
You mean Grody, not Commish?
Oh, Grody. Yes, excuse me. Sorry, Grody. Sorry, went out of order there. My bad.
Yeah, I mean, right now with it being a straight pick 'em, it's obviously because of the Mike White situation, whether he's going to play or not. I got 15 points. I'm going to throw him Detroit's way because Detroit beat the Vikings. Detroit and the Vikings beat the Jets. So
Scorched
I
him.
think, yeah, and I think even if Mike White plays, I think the Lions are on a tear right now, and their defense is playing lights out. And I think if Mike White does play, he's going to have to watch out for Adrian Hutchinson, the rookie for them, because he's going to get in that backfield. He might mess him up.
I like that there. Excellent there. So 15 on Detroit, Commish.
I also have 15 on Detroit.
Also got 15 on Detroit. The Jets stand alone on this one here. All right, over to Ice House. Ice House is going to talk about, on the opposite side, the biggest spread here. Kansas City going to Houston. What do you know, Ice House?
Yeah, let's see. What do we got here? The last 2 of 3 games as the away team, KC has not covered the spread. Chiefs averaged 29.5 points per game. But the hold on, sorry, check my notes up here. Texans averaged 16.2 points per game. I mean, you get 13 points right there.
Team points.
KC has 19 turnovers in 13 games this season. Well, 3 of them were in the last game. I think Mahomes is going to throw 3 interceptions against the Texans. Whereas
Not likely.
Yeah, not like
Houston only has 17 turnovers in 13 games. 14 is a big number. Oh, still taking the Chiefs, though. I don't see a way that they can keep up. I'm taking 14 on the Chiefs.
He's taken 14 on the Chiefs. This is very much, and I've noticed there's kind of an opposite. You went low on the low spread and high on the high spread there, but I see where you're coming from there. I do also like a high spread. Very good. Grody, what do you got here?
It's being the highest spread. I got 1 point, and I got it on Houston. I was trying to see right now if during his 10-year Lovie Smith on how well he did against the Eagles. Unfortunately, couldn't find it quick enough. But yeah, I just wanted to see if maybe he performed well against them, because obviously no one Andy Reid played there. I mean, I know it's a different team. It's not Don McNabb and them, but still knowing somebody's kind of offensive scheme could determine if I decide to pick the Houston. So I'm gonna look into that, and if I find something out that shows that he might do well against the Houston or the Andy Reid system, I might switch my pick to Houston for 1 point.
Yeah, I like it there. I like it. All right, Commish, what do you think?
I got 1 point on Houston.
You got 1 point on Houston. I have no underdogs. I was actually going to go for the Chiefs. I need an underdog, and this seems like the right time to do it. I'm going to do 1 point on Houston because
points in this game.
Yeah, that's an interesting one there. All right. Grody. You've got oh boy, you've got the game that we'll all be paying attention to. You've got Philadelphia coming down to play against the Bears. What do you know, Grody?
Right. Oh, Philadelphia versus the Bears. This is going to be an interesting matchup because both quarterbacks can throw the ball, and they definitely can run the ball. I think this year, Justin Fields is number 1 for rushing for quarterback. Right behind him is Hurts. So, I mean, it's definitely going to be an interesting game. Only thing not favoring for the Bears is the last 5 times they've met, they have been 5 wins for the Eagles. They had met last time in 2019 for a 22-14 win for the Eagles. The time before that was also in 2019 when the Bears lost them 16-15 in the double doink loss. The one interesting thing I went to look for this week as an interesting fact, I wanted to see how well teams did after their bye weeks. On the year, teams after a bye week, there are 26 teams that have gone on bye. There's been 16 wins and 10 losses. Of those losses, 2 of the teams that came off bye played each other the following week. So unfortunately, 2 of the losses are teams that won. So there is one week the game this week that is that way. The Falcons and the Saints are coming off a bye, and they're both each other this week, which this week ends all the byes. The Bears, on the other hand, 17-15. They actually started out pretty hot off of their bye week. I think at one point through, and the bye week's only been around since 1990. It's been around for the last 32 years.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So they actually started off pretty good. I want to say at one point all the way up into the 2000s, they were like 10-5. Yeah, I think it was like 10-5 or something close, or up into the 2000s. And then lately, after their last bye week win, which was in 2013 against the Packers, they pretty much lost all. So it doesn't bode well for them. But I would like to say I have hope that they would win this game, but the Eagles are a far superior team. It's a 9-point spread. It's at home. I think with the way that the offense has been playing lately, I think it's going to be a closer game. I think if Philly wins, maybe they win by a touchdown. They don't have many points on it. I got 2 points on Chicago. I think they could keep it close, but I don't think they can. I'd love it if they could.
He dropped a deuce on the Bears. Oh, Grody. The Commish, what do you got here?
You got a deuce on Philly.
You got a deuce on Philly. What do we? Oh, he dropped a deuce on Philly. That's okay. That's okay with that there. I think Philly's got this game. I want to root for the Bears. I really do. I really think it's 9 points. The Bears just don't have a defense. Like we do have a defense. We do have a defense. We have Jack Sanborn. We have the Jackhammer. Oh, yeah. We're going max points on the Jackhammer. Let's go, Jackhammer. Lay it on down. Max points Chicago for me, baby. Ice House.
I'm going opposite you. Max points on Philly. Sure, the Bears will keep it close. To be honest, 6 points, but I don't know. Maybe it just in the end. I don't know. Well, think they're going to keep up.
Yeah, I think you've got the right decision on that one there in all complete seriousness.
I think they keep close. I mean,
yeah. Raise your glasses up again to last week's de facto winner here, Commish. Great job last week with that. Oh man, we are ending our main picks with this one here.
Hold on. Oh, before we get to this, because I was able to do this, and I want to get it out there. I am switching my KC pick because in his career against Andy Reid, Lovie Smith was 4-1.
Interesting with that there. I like it with that. Ooh,
Lovie Smith with better teams and not Patrick Mahomes is 4-1.
Yeah, I know, but knowing somebody's offensive scheme, it could keep the game close. So it's not even about winning; it's just about not losing by 14 points.
No, I know. I just mean like his 4-1 stat is meaningless.
I know. I'm just saying he was 4-1 against.
Which is interesting. I like.
And
I
also,
like
the only thing that matters for that game is the thing Boss says every week: Kansas City doesn't cover.
Exactly.
That's it. Kansas City doesn't cover. It's 14 points. That is a mile.
Yeah.
Kansas City's going to win by 3/4 of a mile.
They're going to win by 13.
Oh, I like that there. All right. Let's go to. We'll see. We'll see with that one. But we're coming to one of the
Yeah.
game. We're going to Miami, playing against. Let's go Buffalo. Commish, what do you know?
That game's gonna be a push. You watch. It is 14 points. All right. Buffalo and Miami. Buffalo lost the most recent matchup just way back in September as Miami beat them 21-19. On the season itself, for being the favorite the entire season so far, Buffalo has a stellar 5-6-2 record in that regards. 5 wins, 6 losses, and 2 pushes against the spread, giving a 38% win percentage when you pick them as the favorite. On the season, Miami is second in passing yards, 29th in rushing yards, and 6th in total yards per game. Buffalo is 6th in passing yards, 8th in rushing yards, and 2nd in total yards per game. As their matchup, give me your matchups. Yeah, that's last week. Why did you give me this?
Who is the running back on Miami right now?
It's Wilson.
I don't know. Buddy Guy.
Buddy
And
Guy.
Jeff Wilson and Raheem Mostert.
Raheem Mostert and Wilson I think he got tweaked in that last game.
Oh no.
I don't remember. I know I'm pretty sure he got taken out. He was injured. Let's see. As far as points scored per game, Buffalo's 4th in the league. Miami is 9th. Points against, and this is where kind of gets dicey. Buffalo's 2nd in points given up against per game, and Miami is 22nd. So favor Buffalo. In fact, almost all these categories, except for passing yards per game, favor Buffalo. Yeah, the big one to me is rushing yards. If Buffalo can get their run game going, they average 133 yards per game, whereas Miami averages 89, and they're 29th in the league. Like, time of possession, too. Wow, that's interesting. Now, this is crazy. Buffalo is middle of the pack time of possession with 30 minutes and 13 seconds. How far down do you think Miami is at 28 minutes and 34 seconds?
Wait, that's the difference? How far down? Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
how further away are they?
you think, and you say Buffalo's like middle, like they're like 15th or
15th.
16th. They're 15th. I'm gonna
No,
say
they're
Miami
15th.
10.
Well, no, it's the opposite way because their time of possession they have less.
20. Sorry. What do you think,
Grody?
Ice House?
22?
It's somewhere in the 20s, like 25.
30th.
Holy crap! It's just like a minute and 40 seconds. That's it.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they go from they go to 30th place. So holy shit.
Holy crap.
That's pretty wild. Oh, and I'm pretty sure last time they played each other, the rush yards were more or less in that same favorite. So, but you've got 2 of the top wide receivers going against each other in Tyreek Hill and Stephon Diggs, and Tyreek is on a mission to get 2,000 receiving yards. He's currently 540 away from that. Stephon Diggs got 1239 on the season. As much as I'd love to see Tyreek Hill get it, I'd rather him not do it against Buffalo. Buffalo. Well, I mean, I don't know, something about Buffalo. I just like. I like their fan base. I like the players on the team all seem to be generally good guys. And I mean the biggest thing too. And I mean again, it bit them in the ass the first matchup, even though it was early in the season. But Buffalo's still got a point differential of plus 132. They're 5-1 at home. Miami's 3-4 on the road. Divisionally, 2-2 versus 2-1. Conference, Buffalo 7-2, Miami 6-3. Although that can't be right. They're showing last 5. Miami's 5-0 streak of losing 2. Buffalo 3-2 with a 4-game win streak. That doesn't make sense at all. Something's off on that screen, but nothing's off on this screen. It is 7.5, and I think that's too large of a spread. I really do. I think this game will be close. I still think Buffalo can pull off a win, but I'm going to take Miami for 3.
Miami for 3 on that one there. Miami for 3. I think you're scaring me with a push on this. I know it's 7.5, so there
There's
should
no
be
push when there's a half point involved.
Yeah. Oh, you're talking. Oh, the Kansas City game was the one you're talking about. A push.
Yeah,
with
the
that
Kansas
being
City. That was my final remark about that one.
Yeah.
That one isn't like, to me, that's in danger of being a push.
Yeah.
that one does. I agree.
I think Buffalo's the better team in this one here. No offense to Miami, but I think Buffalo's just got better stats with it, and they're playing at home, and it's going to be cold, possibly even rainy and windy. Let's go weather. 13 points on Let's Go Buffalo with it. Ice House.
Yeah. I take 10 on Buffalo.
10
Weather does worry me a bit.
10 on the
And I
Buffalo.
don't think Miami's going to be equipped to play with it. So I'll take
Yeah.
Buffalo.
Grody.
Yeah, I'm taking Buffalo. I think they're the better team. We got 4 points.
4 points on that one there.
I'll
Awesome.
consider changing it to Buffalo if that spread drops and the snow is in the forecast, because snow would favor the running game.
Snow would favor the running game. You are absolutely
I think
right
Buffalo's
on that one.
running game is stronger than Miami's.
Yeah. Plus, who doesn't love a good snow game? You know, who doesn't love a good snow game? Round the horn wise, in third place, Ice House with 10 points. Second place, Grody, 25 points. First place, Kamish, 29 points with that one there. Scared me a little bit, but what set Kamish over the edge is talking about the Buffalo fan base. That is a loyal fan base, and I, in particular, am a huge fan of their stadium location in the middle of a neighborhood where there's no parking lots. There's just snowy front yards where people park. You know, is where that is there. All right, head back up to the top here. We're going to do quick picks, starting with Kamish. San Francisco at Seattle.
I got 9 points on San Fran.
9 points on San Fran. I'm a fan of Geno Smith. Excuse me, Geno Smith. My apologies, sir. 10 points on Seattle. Ice House.
Down Seattle.
On town. Seattle with it there. Grody.
And on San Francisco.
On town. San Francisco. Ooh, some division with this. I get Minnesota hosting Indianapolis. 84% of people are going with Minnesota. I know Indianapolis is crappy, but their defense is kind of good. Points on Minnesota. Ice House?
A dozen on Minnesota.
Minnesota, all in. Grody?
I got 8 on Minnesota.
8 on Minnesota with that. Kamish?
7 on Minnesota.
7 on Minnesota with this. All right, Ice House. You get Baltimore getting hosted by the Cleveland Browns.
No telling who's throwing for Baltimore, so I'm just gonna take 5 on Cleveland for me.
5 on Cleveland, he says. All right, Grody.
Yeah, 13 on Baltimore.
13 on the core with that. Kamish.
I got 11 on Apple Core Baltimore.
11 on Apple Core Baltimore. Deshaun Watson, you're a questionably bad person, although you're paying your dues. Oh, no, I need more underdogs, I think. Nope, I have enough underdogs right now. All right, I'm gonna go Cleveland. I'm gonna drop a deuce on Cleveland. I'm moving down here. We got Grody. You've got Nolans hosting Atlanta.
It's 7 points on New Orleans.
7 points on Nolans. Kamish.
I have 8 points on Hotlanta.
8 points on Atlanta here. I will do. Now I need an underdog. I don't want it to be Atlanta here. I'm in New Orleans with this.
You say, Joe, you know they're starting their rookie QB, right?
And
wait,
Okay.
who?
Atlanta is. They're starting their rookie QB.
Ooh, I want rookie QB. 9 points on. No, that seems high. 7 points on the Saints. Ice House.
What has New Orleans done all year?
7 on Hot Atlanta.
7 on Hot Atlanta over there. I like it. Back up to Commish. Carolina hosting Pittsburgh.
I got 13 on Pittsburgh.
13 on Pittsburgh with it. I will. Now I almost need an underdog. But they're at Carolina.
Just have some Mitch.
Oh, it is the Mitch. 5 on
It's your
Mitch.
game.
Ice House.
I'm taking 6 in Carolina. I don't know
Grody.
Mitch in my life.
I got 11 on Carolina.
Fine. I'll take my Mitch and
You can
have at all of you. Dallas at Jacksonville. And there's one thing Jacksonville is doing right now. It's being a thorn in people's sides. They're not going down as easily. Trevor Lawrence is still chucking stuff. Most people are favoring Dallas. I'm not confident in this. I'm gonna do 4 points on Jacksonville. Ice House.
15 points on Dallas.
15 on Dallas. Ooh. Grody.
Fantasy team depends on it.
I got 6 on Dallas.
6 on Dallas with that. Commish?
I have 5 points on Dallas.
5 points on Dallas with it there. Going down, Ice House. You get Denver hosting. What? Oh, I mean, the Kyler Murray list. Wow. Oh, what do you think?
I'll take 11 on Denver.
11 on Denver. Ooh. Grody.
14 on Denver.
14 on Denver. Commish.
14 on Denver.
14 on Denver. Go Colt McCoy. 3. Oh, ugh. All right. Grody, you've got Dave Wojo hosting New England.
With 16 points on New England.
Oh, max points. Commish.
Yeah, so I have 16 points on New England.
I will. Everyone's got New England. Everyone's picking. Okay, now everyone's going New England. 12 points on New England. Ice House.
Almost makes me want to pick.
You do. You do want to pick it. You want to pick Vegas?
Vegas.
It is Dave's team.
Or fucking, I'll take Dave's side. 13 points on the Raiders.
Yes.
I don't know
Got-
how, but I gotta make up points somehow, and this is how, man.
That's the system. You saw him waving his arm down below. That was the cat jumping up to Vegas right there.
I don't like it at all, but you know what? If I can find 13 points there, give
Sure.
it to me.
Back up to the commish. You get Tennessee getting hosted at Los Angeles with the Chargers.
I got 12 points on the Chargers.
12 points on the Chargers. Chargers, you burn me so many times. I hate you. More underdogs. There's 53% is underdogs. I am writing that down, Commish. This is a valuable stat for me. 9 points on the King. Ice House?
I got 4 on the Chargers.
4 on the Chargers. Grody?
I got 12 on the Chargers.
12 on the Chargers. All right. I get Cincinnati at Tampa Bay. Tom Brady, you suck. I'm going to pick Cincinnati for 14 points. Ice House.
I got him for 3 because it's about as high as I can get right now.
3 points on the Bengals. Yes. Yeah. Grody?
9 points on Tom Brady.
9 points on Tom Brady. Ooh, interesting. Commish?
I got 10 points on Cincinnati.
10 points on Cincy with it there. And then coming to Ice House, the last game, is Lambeau Field hosting the Rams?
I will take 1 point on the stupidest quarterback in the NFL.
Was that Baker or Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah,
It's
really.
still Aaron Rodgers. I mean, it's still for a second. Rodgers is a clown, so
Yeah, that's funny. That was
funny. Aaron
damn good.
Rodgers also just make me want to just not buy that shit. Make me want to take a shower because that guy's hair is greasy as fuck.
Yeah, wash your hair. Get some Pert Plus, Rogers.
What's your hair, Aaron Rodgers? God damn it!
he
Anyway, 1
watches
point
it.
on Green Bay.
I could see him watching this in the future, and he looks at a sad face, and he looks at his shower, and he's like, "But I'm buying that $15 bottle of tea gel that smells like tar."
Yeah, it's like it's like I was told to buy it by a shaman.
We're we're not sponsored by Tea
What?
Gel, unless Tea Gel you call us and let us know. Grody, your thoughts?
Yeah, 3 points on the Packers.
3 points on the Packers with a commish.
I got 4 points on the Rams.
4 points on the Rams. I gotta believe that Baker Mayfield is gonna pull it off here. 15 points on Baker Mayfield, baby.
Wow.
Yeah, I like finishing strong though. That's not a decision of intelligence at the end of it there. Folks, thanks very much for watching the show. Leave a comment down below, like, comment, and subscribe. Do any kind of stuff with it there that most YouTube people do. Do you like what you see? Let us know in the comments or anything like that. And folks, we will see you next week. See you later, folks. Bye-bye.